Every year, millions of homes across America light up for Christmas. But behind the glow is a story most people have never heard. We travel thousands of miles to the other side of the world for our annual trek for factory visits, not just to inspect products, but to meet the people who make the season bright. This is where Christmas magic begins. I'm Jason Woodward with Christmas Designers. I've been in this business for nearly 3 decades, and I've seen a lot change. But one thing that has stayed the same, our commitment to quality and doing things the right way. And that starts with understanding where and how our products are made. One of the most common questions we get asked is, why aren't Christmas lights made in the US? And it's a fair question. The short answer, it comes down to cost, infrastructure, and specialization. Christmas lights have not been mass-produced in the United States since the 1970s. The US is the best in the world at high-tech manufacturing, but when it comes to low price point, mass-produced products, we simply cannot compete with other regions of the world. Many of the products we sell would be more than double the price if we manufactured them here. Today, nearly all global Christmas lights and decor production has shifted overseas, especially to countries like China and Cambodia, but that shift comes with responsibility. Our annual trip to Asia isn't just a spontaneous business trip. It takes significant planning, part of a long-term commitment to getting things right at every step. The 2 team members joining me are Jill Gossett, our Director of Operations, who heads up business operations and oversees our product purchases, and Megan Davis, our Creative Director, who manages all of our marketing efforts as well as product development. The 3 of us embark on these annual trips not just to audit the factories and ensure that we are working with ethical and high-standard production facilities, but to also deepen our understanding of the products we bring to our customers. We review prototypes, discuss long-term sourcing goals, and align on one shared purpose: to create Christmas products we can all stand behind, not just because they look great, but because of how they're made, and most importantly, the employees that work tirelessly behind the scenes to create these products.
Okay, so we saw the first check when 100% of the lights get checked in there. Every single bulb, every socket gets checked, it's plugged in. And about 10% gets checked again here, right? So about 1 in every 10 gets checked. If there's a problem, then we're gonna check the whole batch if there's anything like that.
Yeah,
right?
this will be doing that.
And then from there, they're going to also do the 8-hour testing. That's usually that first 8 hours is when the problems will generally happen, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then if everything goes good, then that batch is ready to fully prepare to ship out.
That's why we make the journey. Because when you truly care about what you sell, you don't just sit behind a desk. You show up. You walk the floors. You look people in the eye. You ask the hard questions. You listen. You make sure the hands crafting your products are treated with dignity and that the factories you're partnering with reflect the values you believe in. For us, it's not just about what we make. It's about how it's made, who it's made by, and the impact we leave behind. That's the kind of Christmas we want to stand behind.
In the United States, there's always been this concern in Cambodia about child labor, unethical labor. What we're trying to do is make sure our customers and those people that come to us to buy, they understand that labor here is improved, and especially your factory is very conscious of ethical labor. What do you do as a factory to make sure that employees are taken care of, making sure there's not underage employees?
When they get enrolled, that will check their IDs, make sure that they're above the wages.
At what age do they need to be to work?
Here is like the legal working age is starting from 15.
15 is legal working age,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So, but some they need the factory audit. So like the US, they got the regulations. It's
Right,
like
they
you
can't work
cannot
too
ever
many
work
hours.
below 18. Yeah.
So below 18,
Yeah.
there's limitations because you
Yeah.
have to make sure they can get to school and still do their
Exactly.
schooling. Same way in the United States, yes.
Yeah.
We actually can employ a little bit at 14 and then
Yeah.
15 more, 16
You have
as they
to
get older.
employ, like the junior workers, like 15 to 17. but you got to assign them to like some particular like the work.
Right. Not
Yeah.
giving them dangerous machinery.
Exactly, yes,
Right.
like heavy loading, something like that. They got the requirements.
Right.
We've heard the stories. Factories overseas with unethical practices, underage workers, and poor conditions. That's why we check. In Cambodia, workers must be at least 15, in line with global labor standards. IDs are checked, and junior workers are only assigned safe and supervised tasks. Work hours are also balanced. A typical day runs from 7:30 to 4:30 with a lunch break. Labor laws in Cambodia do not allow a business to work and employ more than 10 hours in a day, and 2 hours of that must be paid as overtime. Many factories also offer additional benefits, such as on-site dorms, hot meals, and even providing spaces for rest, relaxation, and community.
Ready to go. Put it on. Okay, so we're in one of the dorms. So we've got 2 beds, great shower, and everything looks great in here. Very comfortable, nice cross breeze, even air conditioning, so that's great.
Washing machines.
Oh, even a washing machine. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So
Okay, I've got a question about Chinese beds. How do you sleep on this? I died.
When you get used to, you will like.
We like
You will see how it helps your back.
Push on back.
The impact the Christmas industry is having on Cambodia is substantial. For workers here, a fair paying job means the ability to support a family, send children to school, and rise out of poverty with dignity.
Right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
you're paying their base wage. You're paying a subsidiary
Yeah.
to cover transportation and getting here and travel.
So if they stay in the factory, in the domes, we will see.
So they'll still get their regular pay. They just
Yeah.
won't get the subsidy part.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's good that you're subsidizing to help them cover that cost of transportation.
Exactly.
All right, great.
In an industry driven by peak seasons and global demand, it's easy to focus only on logistics and timelines. But we choose to focus on the people behind the products because that's what matters most. Every bulb, every ribbon, every wreath, every wire, they all pass through real hands, and those hands deserve respect, safety, and opportunity. That's why we keep coming back. When you build Christmas with care, it doesn't just light up homes, it lifts up lives. In part 2, we'll take you deeper into Cambodia and beyond the factory walls to explore its culture, its people, and how ethical manufacturing is fueling economic hope in one of Southeast Asia's fastest growing countries. Join us as we uncover the bigger picture and meet the hands that make the holidays.
It